Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Straight. So last time, you know how their apartment burned down, then they moved in with Mikhail and Max temporarily, and now they're going out to the coffee shop, but the entire time Zach is, I get it. You know, I seem to always be making light of all these situations these characters get into in these games, in these visual novels, but like, they are just acting like it's the complete end of the world. Zack is, at least, and Brayden was sort of about losing that picture of these guys on the beach. I don't know. Maybe I'm making too much light of it. I mean, it's just like your dorm room burned down. Like, I'm sorry you lost your computer and your clothes, but like, did you have anything else in there? I don't think you did. You never did anything in that room. Other than with each other. Anyway, let's just get right into it, because I think it's melodrama. A twinkling doorbell announces our presence as Mikhail and I step through the coffee shop door. I mean, it's like, they're acting like something more than monetary has been lost. And that's what I'm taking offense to. Because, I don't know, they're acting like as though their relationship just got burned down along with the dorm. It's weird. I inhale deeply as the rich, buttery scent of coffee tickles my nose. I could easily work in a coffee shop if it wasn't for some of the pretentious and entitled customers. Brayden brings up the rear with Max, still excitedly rambling about Brayden's car. His voice seems to raise additional octaves the longer he talks and the more questions he asks. That shirt is glued to him. Goodness. Do you see that? Also, his shirt's kind of see-through. Very odd. I don't know why. I don't know who let him walk out of the dorm with this on. Well, I have no idea what they're talking about. I'll admit it's a relief to see Brayden actually carrying on the first conversation I've seen since the pool. Mikhail has the only appropriate response to Max. He just shakes his head and smirks. You know, I could probably get some parts to fix that radio of yours pretty easily. I could even help you install it if you want. Where from? B, never ask him that. You probably don't want to know. What does that mean? Does he buy these things on the black market? I have connections. Long as your connections don't start knocking on my door, I'm fine. Shush. I didn't hear you complain when I fixed your phone, Mikhail. Plus, it's not like they can look me up. No one here even knows my name. Even if they don't know your real name, you're at the pool like every night. You're not hard to find. Wait, who doesn't know your real name? The people that you buy from? I'm confused. I frown. Or no, so they don't know your real name, us. So Max is an alias. Wait, Max isn't your real name? Max rolls his eyes and pretends to study the coffee menu. That's him trying to change the subject. I open my mouth to ask a follow-up, but Mikhail smiles and shakes his head to silence me. The silence quickly sends Max into an awkward tailspin, and he begins pleading in torment, like he's being waterboarded. Fine, it's a nickname that just stuck since like middle school, okay? Alright, why are you acting so upset about it? It's the number of D's he likes to take in at once. Shut the F up, Mikhail. It's not. It's a nickname I got from my swim team. Why? Because you're fast or something? Yes. I wait in anticipation. It's like one of those sentences that ends, but wasn't really ready to be over yet. Was there more to that? No, it's because I swim fast and I don't like my real name, okay? What's his real name? Yancey boy? So what's your real name? Shush! That's only for my closest friends to know. Are we getting coffee or are you guys just gonna interrogate me? I bet Mikhail knows. Oh my god, who is this in the background? And I mean, and I think that guy behind the counter wants to F me because he's been staring at me since we walked in. Or maybe it's just because we're the only people in here and, oops, we're the only people in here and we're just having a loud conversation before we order. Who else is he going to look at? We're having it right by the counter, too. Actually, I think he's staring at me. That's Cody. He's from my wrestling team. I still think he wants to F me. Go tell him your real name, and I bet he won't. Push. Max slaps his debit card down on the counter noisily. Here, order your coffee. I want to go sit down and get away from all this effing negativity. Max storms off, face scrunched in a weird mix of frustration and traces of mild amusement. Wait, what kind of coffee does he want? Just get him a regular with an extra shot in it. The caffeine does him wonders. Well, that sounds like Mikhail's gonna have fun with that later. I hope he won't be in the room. Oh my god, what if there was like a four-way? Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh no. Can you imagine if that happened? I mean, there's zero chance that would happen in this game, I think. I think there's zero chance, but still though. Alright, is he okay though? Yeah, he's fine. He just gets wound up about the name thing, and it's fun to piss him off sometimes. Deep down, you can tell he likes the banter, though. Is his real name that bad? Nah, not at all. He just gets way too animated about it, and he's fun to tease. I'm gonna go sit down too, let you guys talk. Just get me a plain coffee too. I don't want to hear Max complain about how much my latte costs since he's buying. Mikhail saunters off to the table where Max is trying his best to look fake angry, swatting off Mikhail's playful but harassing attempt at a shoulder rub as he sits down. My eyes shift back to Brayden, who's already moving towards his overdressed wrestling teammate, leaning on the counter. I mean, is he overdressed or is this just what they make him wear? I mean, the bow tie's kind of weird, but... I mean, is that what they make him wear? Brayden sheepishly smiles while Cody looks noticeably uncomfortable, nervously biting his lip, his eyes shifting back and forth. Hey, Cody. I don't know. How about... Hey, Brayden, sorry about staring. I almost didn't recognize you in the glasses. Oh yeah, I hate him. Almost didn't recognize you all dressed up. Thanks, I hate it too. Alright. I'm assuming we'll be able to ask both things. How's the job? So we're not even gonna order our coffee first so he can talk to us while he makes it? Fine, whatever, it's fine. Just we're gonna be waiting a while, it's fine. So, how's the job going? It's okay, I guess, if I can keep her off my booty. What in the world does that mean? He shrugs over his shoulder at the barista, meticulously studying the perfection of stacked merchandise on the shelf behind him. His eyes glaze in exasperation. She takes this job way too serious. I stretch over the counter and stare in silent fascination as she continues to make numerous unnecessary adjustments. I raise an eyebrow. Yep, I think she's trying to get those mugs straight. She hasn't even noticed you guys walk in yet. So what, does she just have OCD and you're complaining about her? Kind of, neurotypical of you to do that. Kind of biased of you, you know. What do they have you doing? Just making coffee? I'm still in training. Today I'm learning the register, but she also looks over my shoulder while I try and make whatever drinks you guys order too. That doesn't sound too hard though. Depends on the order. There's a lot to remember. Some lady ordered soy milk earlier and I accidentally gave her almond milk. What was there to remember? Soy milk versus almond milk? I mean, that's not a lot to remember. That's one thing. Apparently she had a food allergy and we had to call an ambulance. I mean, Yeah, that's actually kind of a big deal. You need to pay more attention. You could kill someone. You're in food. Allergies can kill people. Oh crap. Yeah, it's a paycheck, but I'm not very good at this. Is the coffee still good? Zach, he's new. What? I like coffee. It's a valid question. I don't even like coffee, but I honestly think it'd be better if she wasn't breathing down my neck, though. I can't do things when people are watching over my shoulder. Well, hang in there, man. You'll get it. Alright. Man, Brayden, I don't even know what to say. I saw what happened to your dorm. I can't believe that crap. Brayden's head falls, noticeably abandoning his sanctuary of distraction. Yeah. I didn't even know it happened until late last night when Blake knocked at my door. Well, isn't that when it happened? Oh, crap, is he okay? I completely forgot he was just down the hall. Was he? He was the British one. Was he actually British, or did I just give him a British accent? Either way, he's the British one. Yeah, he's fine. You had other stuff on your mind, don't worry about it. He's fine, though. Just quieter than normal. And we already heard that no one got hurt from Mikhail, so... Glad he's okay. It's Blake. He always bounces back. How are you doing? Okay, I guess. I don't really know. Numb, to be honest. It's a lot. Yeah. If you need anything, let me know. Sure thing, thanks. Do you have a place to stay? Yeah, for now. Brayden turns to me, an attempt at formal introduction. This is my... He pauses, studying me, eyes shifting deep in thought. Yeah, how are you going to introduce him? So... I mean, even if they are officially going out with each other, I still don't remember if they are or not. They're definitely not out. They're not, like, officially going out to the world. So... I'm assuming he's still gonna be like, this is just my friends. Let's hear it. Let's hear the betrayal. This is Zach. He locks eyes with me, his voice trailing off softly. Well, if you make eyes like that at me, you won't have to say a word, Brayden. He'll know. Is it possible to fall in love with someone twice? Ugh. Look at his face. How are you falling in love right now? I'm not really sure what he is. What? I guess. Pretty sure that he didn't mean to say that out loud. I dive for the save, metaphorically speaking, and stutter like an idiot. We're roommates. Brayden smiles awkwardly back at me. Why is he being so weird? This is not right. I mean, sure, I like that he wasn't totally trying to hide it, but at the same time, right now, what he's doing is just weird. He's making intense eyes at Zach right now, while this guy just watches, and this is weird. I'm Cody. I'm on the wrestling team with Brayden, but he probably already told you that. Wow, it was your dorm too? I feel really bad for you guys. His eyes are deep, pure. There's a genuine and empathetic innocence to this dude that's disarming. He looks like he needs a hug more than we do. We're staying with Mikhail and Max over in their room until we figure something out. They're both on the swim team with Zach. As long as you have a place to stay. If that falls through or anything, you're always welcome to crash with me. Thanks, man. Have you heard anything about practice? I assumed it was canceled until everyone figures stuff out. I haven't heard anything at all. I lost my phone somewhere last night. Why? Is something else going on? Words from this morning's email about housing reassignments wrenched my stomach into a knot. I mean, you guys can still hang out together. It's not that big a deal. Calm down. I'll tell you at the table. Cody nervously looks over his shoulder to see if his coworker is in earshot.
Hey, I know this sounds crappy given your current situation, but can you do me a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Can you guys order something easy? The manager is still super pissed at me and I could use the confidence. I'll give you guys my discount too.
What? You need an easy order? Honey, it's just coffee. I mean, I get it. Like, but are you gonna mess it up if all we say is we want some almond? No, if we say we want soy milk, you're gonna give us almond milk? Because that's one thing to keep track of. How much easier can it get?
Sure, just give us 4 regular coffees then. I mean, it doesn't have to be that easy.
I guess put something in one of them then. Oh my god, put something in one of them? How about 2 black coffees and 2 lattes then? We'll get Michaela's latte and you can try one. It's a little sweeter than coffee, but you had it when you were here before.
Sure, does that work?
I can totally do that, thank you. I mean, like, imagine how terrible you must be at your job.
Please order something easy.
Cody scribbles onto a cup and spins around. Should he really be looking at us while he does this?
Wait, you don't have any allergies, do you?
Nah, you're not gonna kill me with milk, man. You didn't even ask the other ones, though. Maybe Michaela and Max do, you don't know.
Oh, okay, good. You guys can go sit down if you want. I'll bring them out.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
Oh, and hey, real quick. Can you act like you don't know—
What? We've been talking here for minutes. How are we gonna convince them? Or convince her?
Can you act like you don't know me either? I want her to think you guys are just regular customers.
Heh, never seen you before in my life. We walk in tandem towards Max and Michaela at the table. She's really focused on those mugs, I guess. I don't know. You know, you just almost busted yourself out to your wrestling buddy, right? You really effed up that introduction. I don't like how he describes it as busting himself out. Or busting yourself out. It's a little bit strange. Brayden milts me with a smirk. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Thanks for the save, though. Can we come back to that later, like when we have more privacy? Definitely. Both Michaela and Max are on their phones. Max's finger seems to be wildly scrolling through pages of information, the typical scowl etched deep into his face. Michaela's listening intently on his phone in silence, eyes sufficiently glazed over. Yo, Max, you okay?
Yeah, trying to find a new mobile game without a million ads.
I shrug, admittedly surprised that he's not scrolling through social media in a public coffee shop. Mikhail sighs loudly.
Yes, we're fine. I didn't text you because it wasn't my dorm. I didn't realize that you're going to hear about it so far away and freak out. It did affect a couple friends of mine that are crashing with us for now, though. Is that— oh yeah, didn't he have like a really bad relationship with his parents or something? I don't remember. Yes, we have room. There's only 4 of us. Do you seriously think I would let my friends stay with me? Wait. No, that I wouldn't let my friends stay with me. I'd build them an effing house on campus if I could. It's a dorm room. We'll figure it out. We still need to talk about you telling Mom like everything I told you before. Okay, so that's not even his parents. I don't think. No, that's crap, Michaela. I told you that stuff in confidence. I haven't even made a decision yet. I was just talking through stuff. You shouldn't have told Mom. Now she's blowing up my phone about school and stuff, and that made things even worse. No, but I'll figure it out. You've done enough for now. Hey, I need to go anyway. I'm in a coffee shop with friends. I'll call you later. Whoa, did I skip a lot? Mikhail sets his phone back down on the table, lightly sliding it further away to symbolically distance himself from the conversation. You good? Yeah, just family drama. His sister is so hot. Oh god. You're bisexual too? Oh no. Max never seems to look up. It's almost like he was saying it into his screen. So where's the coffee? I slowly find it easier to ignore his pointless contributions to the conversation, but secretly, there's part of me that is starting to enjoy the absurd unpredictability of them. Cody is bringing it out in a few. He's still in training, so that other girl has to watch him make everything. What the hell did you guys order? I forgot. Coffee with stuff in it. I can't help but roll my eyes. We got 2 black coffees and 2 lattes. Psh, lattes. I know, right? Max looks up, a brief smirk passes across his lips before it's gone, his eyes shift back down to his phone. Let's be patient. Cody's actually a really nice guy. He just doesn't handle pressure very well. I think he's just worried about looking bad in front of that other girl that's training him. Yeah, I don't blame him. She looked pretty intense. Did you see the way she kept moving all that stuff on the shelf? Yeah, she looked impossible to impress. No wonder he's stressed out. You think he's stressed now? I'm gonna take a sip and fake a seizure. That was so weird. Don't give me flashbacks to that scene. I don't even... That was... I don't want to think about that scene again. That CG was just... I don't even... This game is so crazy. Don't you dare! Can't you see the kid is tripping up there? Imagine his face, though. They already had to call an ambulance for a lady earlier that had some allergic reaction to milk he used. It's gonna be even better then. Max types fiercely into his phone and begins scrolling and tapping. Look at him. Is that how you... or carry coffee? Is that the traditional way of serving and carrying cups of coffee? That doesn't seem right. I don't know, I've actually, like, almost never been to a coffee shop in my life. Almost ever, so I wouldn't even know. It seems weird. I see Max eye Cody like prey as he steps up from around the counter, awkwardly trying to balance 4 cups of coffee in 2 hands. It only takes a second for me to remember why I don't like him. Hey guys, I got your coffee, sorry about the wait. You can see the intentional professionalism as Cody desperately tries to play off that he doesn't know any of us. 2 black coffees and 2 lattes, right? Yes, sir, thank you. Max awkwardly reaches over to Mikhail to grab a cup, spinning it around to check the label. Can I get you guys anything else? I can't take my eyes off Max as he tips the coffee cup to his lips and takes a long, obnoxious sip. His eyes log with Cody, and I see that twinkle in the corner that I saw from back in the pool. Oh no. Max's body tightens, doubling him over. His chair scoots back noisily from the table. And look at the chick in the background, she sees. Cody's eyes slowly widen in horror. His manager rises up from behind the desk as Max summons all his attention in the room like a celestial gravitational pull. A what? He gasps dramatically. Did you make this coffee? Cody is mortified as I watch post-traumatic stress manifest on his face. You can literally see him losing his job before a very... Is she about to dash from behind the counter? Look at her. Look at her. Okay, Sonic. See you in a second. Yeah, I mean, yes, sir. Is something wrong? I see his manager dive for the phone again, and begins frustratingly punching numbers into it. Max holds up a finger, commanding the entire room to an anticipatory halt. I hate that such a jerk holds so much power over others. You're new? I couldn't help but overhear you say something about it to my associates.
Associates? What the F is he doing? When did he suddenly get so articulate? Max dramatically slaps the cup of coffee down on the table. Mikhail jumps briefly, but then a small smile quietly crosses his lips. Mikhail looks faded. What are you talking about? Yeah, he jumps briefly and has a smile. He looks so faded. Oh my, look at that. So glazed over. Here we go. Okay, why is he getting up? Max sweeps his arms dramatically, rising from the table in a pontificating triumph. This... He licks his lips, eyes rolling back in thoughtful consideration, almost as if he's choosing his words carefully. The best cup of coffee you ever had, hon? I know. This is perhaps one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had in my life. I refuse to believe you're new at this. I demand to speak with your manager. Cody turns around. The trainer behind him, helpless, obviously at a loss for words. She steps forward, stuttering. Jesus, he even derailed her. You're the manager? He walks towards her with condescension manifest, scanning her body judgmentally. What? That seems weird. Can you not pout, though? Why are you pouting with your lips? Yes, can I help you? Probably not. Do you know who I am? Or are you a famous Yelp reviewer? No. Should I? Push. Silence. I can already tell you shouldn't be managing this branch in the least. My father would be extremely disappointed to know that his company is being so mismanaged. Excuse me? No, I don't think I will. My father owns this company, and he entrusts me to covertly go around and assess the management of individual branches. I've been watching you since we came in from over here, and you've done nothing but fawn over stacked coffee cans, completely ignoring the rest of the establishment and customers. What other customers are you talking about? The place is empty. Have you considered using your eyes? You didn't even see us come in. You're lucky that... Max swings back, obviously looking for some form of name badge on Cody's uniform. Cody? Cody was here to manage the business and actually realized that customers had come in while you're over there alphabetizing coffee cans by height, or whatever inefficient nonsense you were doing. Sir, I don't know who you're trying to fool here, but... Fool? You don't believe me, do you? You must think we're like college friends of... He spins back around. Cody? Of Cody here. You know what? Look it up. You should honestly be more familiar with your company's leadership anyway. Max impatiently taps his foot while the manager types into her phone. Silence. Suddenly, the manager looks up, her face flushed of color. Oh no! Find what you're looking for. Mr. Whitmore, I'm not sure what to say. Feeling foolish is probably the most appropriate. You can call me Charles since we're now officially introduced. I'm at a loss for words. Good. Then this should be easy, because I won't have you interrupting me. I suggest you conduct a self-assessment and inventory your own shortcomings before you attempt to train a new employee for this company. One sip of... He turns one last time. Cody! One sip of Cody's coffee has perhaps changed my life. This young man is a savant, and I'm seriously considered taking him back to my headquarters so he can lay hands on every bag of Arabica beans that exit our warehouse. I'm going to return to my table now and continue to talk with my associate, and perhaps consider my next step in life over the best damn cup of coffee I've ever had. I suggest you do the same.
Maybe you should have him make you a cup while you consider better ways to contribute to my father's legacy. Can you elbow him in front of her like that? Max spins on his heel, and for a second, I almost missed the brief but subtle wink as he walks past the stunned Cody back to our table. It wasn't just a wink, it was an elbow. An elbow. Anyway, so why did the barista think that, what's-his-face was actually the son of the owner? Of the CEO or whatever? Is he actually? Because I don't understand why she thought he was after looking it up. I don't know. He collapses back into his chair, crossing his legs again, and picks up his phone and stares into it, void of any emotion. I was nice to him, Happy. What the hell just happened? Wait, your dad owns this place? Yeah, does he actually? Psh, no, okay. But what about the picture she found online? I dropped my... Wait, what? I guess. So she look on Wikipedia and then she saw your picture? I dropped my selfie on the wiki site while you guys were jabbering away. God knows she only had to see one pic while under that much pressure. She just looks like a tool. He locks eyes with the manager one last time and he sips his coffee loudly. It echoes in discomforting silence. It's almost like a curtain at the end of his performance. The manager wanders behind the counter and absently pours a cup of coffee before fading into the floorboards. So, how did I do? It's okay, you can tell me I was amazing. No effing way. And just like that, he drops the entire act. I can't help but he's like a theater kid, isn't he? He has a real knack for acting. The seizure? This? Put him on Broadway. And just like that, he drops the entire act. I can't help but stare, my eyes studying him, not really sure what to even think. While he can certainly be a D, I can't deny the fact that he just did Cody a favor in his own twisted little dramatic way. I think I actually saw him be nice to someone. Mikhail raises an eyebrow and smiles. Inventory her shortcomings? I had a supervisor write that on my summer job evaluation one time. He was a D, but I thought it sounded savage. Alrighty. So, Max's summer job? I'm more interested in that, honestly. What's this summer job you were talking about? Why? I ignore his defensiveness, trying not to personalize it so much. I don't know. I just can't imagine you working someplace. What's that supposed to mean? I think he means that you act like a jerk most of the time, and he can't imagine you doing something that involves working with other people in collective harmony without getting fired. But I did get fired. Mikhail rolls his eyes and shakes his head, turning to me. If you can believe it, he worked with kids. No way, really? Doing what? You guys don't have to talk about me. I'm sitting right here. I mean, you had your chance to talk. Fine, shut up, Mikhail. You'll probably mess up the story anyway. I worked in an after-school program for kids, okay? What made you do that? My younger brother's doctor recommended the extra socialization for 3 days a week. Do you like kids? No. Whoa. No, kids are just D's. Just like the ones around my brother. Max glances over at Mikhail briefly. A look of frustration weighs heavily on his face. He seems almost vulnerable. Your story, man. Mikhail takes a sip of his coffee to signal his own distance. My brother has autism, okay? He blurts it out. My body shudders. A flash of embarrassment flickers in his eyes. There, you want to make fun of him too? Oh my god, relax. And in that brief instant, I see a spark of humanity in him. I see his vulnerability unmasked, his anger, his hurt. Wait, what in the... Is this... Wait, this is from the beginning. Isn't it? Yeah, this is from the beginning. So this was about Max? That's so weird. I can almost hear the echoes of a lifetime of revenant voices, a merciless choir of discriminating taunts, their song a vexing rhapsody of torment. I see him for who he is, but more importantly, why he is, and it takes my assessment of him to the core. Hell no, why would we make fun of him? He waves a hand dismissively. Well, most people do. He stares blankly at his coffee. Aww. Like crying, a little violin action in here maybe. People always stare at us when we're in the store and my brother's freaking out, making noises or screaming when he doesn't get something. They don't understand. Brayden's eyes narrow, seeing right through him. So is that why he acts like a jerk all the time? Because he's just ashamed of his brother? You went to work at the after-school program to look out for him, didn't you? And why did he get fired? I bet he got fired for, like, some other kid was making fun of his brother and, I don't know, he did something to the kid or something. Something like that, I'm assuming. And the second that Brayden says it, I instantly know it's true. Max can be kind of a douche until you learn how to take him. Dude is loyal till death, though. Wow, he's kind of full of surprises. You have no idea. I told you he's not that bad of a dude. I like how this is like the Max arc. Max is getting his own arc in this anime. It's awesome. Max looks up. Validation warms his face. There's no way I was going to leave him there with those wild dogs. That's actually really cool for you to look out for him like that. Nobody else could ever really calm him down but me. We clicked like that. He's my little buddy. When he was really young, I used to read him stories before bed. I hated to read, but it was fun to read to him. You hate to read? I used to change my voice with the characters and... Ooh, just like me! Oh my god, I could take care of your brother. I used to change my voice with the characters, and then eventually I started acting out all the parts. He loved it. The more dramatic I got, the more he would laugh and smile. Is that why you're so good at pretending to have a seizure and stuff? It must have been a weird book if you were pretending to have a seizure in it. He falls silent for a moment, but no one talks. Sometimes when he got really upset, the best way to make him calm down was to tell him a story, even in public. At first I was really embarrassed to act out kid stories in the middle of a grocery store, but it worked. It calmed him down. It made him happy. Sometimes people... Sometimes people in the store would clap or cheer, and then everybody clapped. And I just got used to performing in front of an audience. They would all sort of just disappear, and it was just me, an imaginary spotlight, and my terrified little brother with tears running down his face. Max picks up his phone... Wait. He picks his phone back up and starts scrolling through it absently. Sometimes people make fun of me for studying theater stuff, but I don't care. I'm doing it for him. Ever have one of those moments where you sit back and realize you've been completely wrong about someone? I mean, if someone treats you like garbage, were you really wrong about them? It's not like you knew. That deep down in the pits of your being, you realize that even douchebags have to actually become that. Maybe things that we find distasteful in others are learned, an adaptation for survival, or a defensive mechanism to shelter them from the lifetime of cruelty or oppression. Sometimes being the villain is just a matter of perspective. Welp, there you have it, Zach. You finally get to see a slice of the real Max. Push. I study, squinting him as I slowly begin... No, squinting him? I squint, studying him as I slowly begin to assemble all the pieces from the first time I met him. Honestly, I like this side of you. He looks up with a subtle smirk.
So, what did you get fired for anyway? It was snack time, and I gave one of the kids that kept bullying my brother a candy bar. What's wrong with that? It wasn't candy. It was a chocolate laxative. Well, they don't know for sure it was you, right? I mean, it's not like the kid's gonna make the connection between the chocolate and that, right? I mean, I guess it depends how old he is. I don't know. Oh, crap. Yep, exactly. My supervisor at the time put 2 and 2 together, and apparently that meant that I needed to inventory my shortcomings, so they fired me. I hate bullies. Same. Well, he was kind of bullying us, though. Whatever. I guess we peeled back the layers of this onion, and inside was a delicious onion. So, what was up with that phone call, Mikhail? Same thing happened on the way to the beach. Everything okay? Nothing, just family stuff. Like what? I thought we had this talk at the beach. What's up? Just school stuff. It's a long story. You said that the last time. My sister basically told my mother about a conversation I was having with her. Just thoughts I was having. Sort of bouncing ideas off her like you and I do. It's nothing compared to what's going on with you guys though. It's really not that important. I mean, is what's going on with us that important? I mean, compared to your relationship with your mother? I don't know. And? You're really trying to pull this out of me, aren't you? After all the time you spent with me, of course I am. Good luck. Fine, but not here. Are you afraid the barista's gonna hear? You know he's just going to deflect back at you like he always does and still figure out a way not to say what's on his mind. I smirk as Mikhail turns to Max in betrayal. Who asked you? You've been busting me out all... Can you stop saying busting me out? It's very strange phrasing. You had that crap coming. I'm not one to talk about stuff in public. There's not that many people in here. There's no one in here but the barista and Cody. But I always feel like someone else is listening. I'm holding you to it. Fine, remind me when we get some privacy. Hey, so real talk. I don't want to get too distracted here before we talk about this. Talk about what? Max and I were talking while you and B were up at the counter with Cody. We want you guys to stay with us as long as you can. Aw, it's like, it's kind of cute and stuff, something. They're like opening up their home to us permanently. It's gonna be like a fun little sleepover. Mikhail, thanks, but you saw how crowded things were last night. I just don't feel comfortable imposing on you guys. Are you sure, Brayden? You got to sleep real close to me last night. Felt good, didn't it? You're not imposing. Hell, even Max agrees. Puh. I'm just worried about that email that went out. What email? An email went out right before you woke up this morning. I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want to upset you, and they haven't really decided anything yet anyway. Who hasn't decided what? The school. They're going to reassign people from our dorm into other housing, but it's based on our major. So we could get separated? Yeah, like there's a very strong possibility. Is that normal for dorms to be separated based on major? Maybe it is, I don't know. It's not like I ever stayed in dorms. I don't know. Seems sort of strange. Could you not just put in a request to stay with your friend or for whatever? I don't know. Yeah, like there's a very strong possibility. Which is why Max and I are wanting you to crash with us. We figure that they'll prioritize people who don't have any housing. If you guys stay with us, it may buy us some time to figure something else. It isn't going to work long term though. The school will eventually reassign you. What are they going to do? Drag us out of there? Drag us out of your dorm? It stings hearing it out loud, but I know it's true. The school will have to maintain student accountability, and has already said as much in the email. Fleer flirts with amplified anxiety. We've already lost everything. The thought of the few last tangible things that I do have being ripped away is beyond terrifying. That was an easy sentence to read and I butchered it. We don't know that for sure, though. Yeah, we do. A college dorm mysteriously caught fire in the middle of the night. Mikhail. And I read that so oddly. I read Mikhail like it was the start of a new sentence. The media is going to swarm and pick the school's response apart. No one's going to care that they have to separate those two lovebirds. So, do they not know what started the fire? I imagine that's gonna be pretty big later, right? Did Blake start the fire? I don't know. Did we start the fire? I don't know. Did Ernie start the fire? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember Ernie? He's a blast from the past, I tell you what. I blush at the comment about lovebirds, but it's quickly drowned by the gravity of everything else Max says. Brayden's shoulders slump. So, what do we do? I don't want to live with anyone else. I couldn't walk around in my jockstrap all the time if I did. Just because you don't live in the same room doesn't mean you can't see each other, thank you. My parents have been split up for years and I still see them. I mean, sometimes. Exactly, that's the point. Nothing you can do about it right now. Have to wait until the school makes its move. Until then, we can't just sit around here jaw-jacking. The what? The jaw-jacking? You sure about that? I'm not sure about that. Max sips the last of his coffee loudly. I'm finished. You guys ready? Where are we going? Max shrugs. I'm bored. He punctuates his statement with finality and begins walking towards the door. Brayden's eyebrows raise as he lifts his coffee, noting that it's barely half empty. I guess we're leaving. Nah, just stay here. He'll come back. What do you mean? He literally can't sit still and has zero patience. He'll be back in a minute when he gets bored outside and figures out that we're not behind him. Isn't that rude, though, for us just to stay in here? It's rude for him just to leave in the middle of a conversation, but he doesn't even realize it. His ability to recognize social norms sucks. Oh, maybe he has autism. Plus, with you guys in the room, he probably forgot to take his meds this morning. Ooh, he does have meds. Usually the caffeine helps him focus a little bit. He's actually been pretty good today so far. Hell, you guys got some pretty deep crap out of him and you didn't even try. I find myself nodding in surprised agreement. Yeah, isn't like... I don't know, I'm not gonna psychoanalyze Max, but... I think that might be a symptom of autism or Asperger's or some... I mean, obviously it's some kind of mental condition. So we're just going to sit here and finish our coffees. A devious smirk crosses his face. Very slowly. Mikhail symbolically clinks his cup against mine and takes a dramatically stubborn sip. Like clockwork, it isn't long before the soft jingle of the doorbell is heard and Max comes walking back into the coffee shop and circles back around the table. What are you guys doing? I was waiting outside. I like how he sits back down. Yeah, we aren't done yet, Max. Sit down, relax, man. Don't rush everyone else. Crap's rude. Sorry. He sits down, somewhat shamefully. Now I feel bad. I'm not used to hanging out with people. Now I feel bad. Really bad. No worries. Max seems to look up with reassurance as Brayden welcomes him back to the table. But you're right. We should probably figure out what we're doing. What do you guys want to do? I don't know. My head is still swimming. Hell yeah, let's go swimming.
Brayden isn't a big fan of the pool, Max. Well, I mean, we taught him how to swim. I mean, I don't know how much he learned and how much was just pleasure. I don't know. And we're definitely doing something we can all enjoy.
What's wrong with pools?
Yeah, like say something, Brayden. Be like, hey, I learned a lot. Yeah. I'm scared of water. Zach just gave me my first swimming lesson last night, so let's get back in the pool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I went to a lot of trouble to help set that up. Did you guys F?
Brayden and I both turned red in concert. Sometimes I feel like I should just stay that way. Max, seriously?
What? It was a serious question.
Maybe it really is just that he has some kind of, I don't even know what you call it, but mental condition? I don't know what else to call it. Maybe it is that, and that's why he's so, you know, displeasant, I guess. That's why how he can ask something like that, and how he can watch PORN just in front of everyone. He squints as his eyes dance back and forth between us.
I can't figure out. Oh my lord! I can't figure out which one of you would bottom though.
I think they're both versatile.
Can I get you guys anything else?
Brayden jumps noticeably, afraid that Cody just overheard what Max said. Yes, please. Can I just leave my roommate here?
Heh, sorry, I don't think my manager has the resiliency to go another round with him. Thanks for that earlier too. She agreed to take me off training early if I don't tell anyone you guys came in.
I mean, is he ready to be taken off training? He almost killed someone. I think his manager was right, you know? He needs to learn.
It was fun. Yeah, so what are you guys up to?
We're still trying to figure it out. It really sucks when you have a table full of people who don't like to make decisions. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'm not really in the headspace to be around a bunch of people today.
I bet. You guys should just hit the gym, sauna, or something then. It's usually locked, but it's been open the past few days. I've been doing that after work when I get really stressed out, so pretty much every day since I started this job.
There's a sauna?
Yeah, it's in the makeshift gym that their wrestling team is using for practice. We saw it the day that we met Brayden at practice. I'd completely forgotten about that.
How do I not know this? Well, maybe you don't know everything. I take a chance, my comment dripping with sarcasm that I'm not entirely sure Max can even detect.
Yeah, I'm about to fire all my contacts.
Yep, he completely missed it. Wait, what? It sounded like he got it. Unless you're being sarcastic to us. Hey, wait, is Zach being sarcastic to us now? By breaking the fourth wall? Or is he an idiot? Or am I an idiot and Max didn't get it? Because it seemed like he got it. I'm actually confused at this point. I'm actually confused. I think Zach is breaking the fourth wall and being sarcastic to us. I think. No, don't use sarcasm to Max. Okay, maybe... I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It's because Max was sarcastic, I think. I mean, I'm not opposed to the sauna. It really does hit the spot sometimes after practice.
What do we do in here, though? Just sit? Because that sounds lame.
Yeah, we just sit. We'll talk, get to know each other. The socialization wouldn't hurt, you know?
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you have like 0 friends here besides me, and you secretly would like to have more. You just don't want to admit it. Max mutters under his breath. I'll also bust you out and say that you must like these two guys because I've never heard you talk about your brother with anyone else before.
Puh. I can't help but enjoy this side of Mikhail. While the beach trip gave me a glimpse of his personality outside of practice, I figured it was just the alcohol. Perhaps the most surprising thing is the undeniable trust that Max has for Mikhail. Honestly, with his brother's background, I'm surprised he trusts anyone. You can see it in the way they interact. It's impossible to ignore the chemistry in their teasing. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that Mikhail has put some serious work into this guy.
So, sauna then, folks?
Sure, I mean, I'm okay with it if you guys are.
Still sounds boring, but whatever. You wanna come, Cody? Nah, I still got a few hours of work left. I may drop by after, though, if you guys are still there.
Sure thing, we don't mind. We push our chairs back in unison.
Can I drive?
Nope. I'm not entirely sure that I didn't hear a quiet sigh of relief from behind the counter as we walk in unison out the door of the coffee shop. Brayden nods in affirmation as Mikhail cautiously presses the locker room door open. Despite sneaking into the pool last night in similar fashion, I somehow feel like a criminal entering a less familiar locker room that's supposed to be locked.
These hallways are confusing over here. Yup, I can't wait till they get our other setup finished. Coach showed us the blueprints of the new facility and it looks pretty sweet. Too bad it won't be finished until next semester.
Oh dear. Yeah, he must have some kind of condition. It's okay though, we don't judge that. My body is jolted as Max pushes past me.
You guys move too slow. I want to see this locker room. It already looks better than...
I love the energy of this game. I love it. I love how stupid it is. Oh god, I love it. I love the stupid energy. So dumb. Nothing makes sense. It doesn't need to.
What the hell is this?
Goodness, he's like in a full sprint. Max disappears in an instant.
This should be fun to watch.
Like, what in the world are you doing there, hun? Like, seriously?
These showers are huge.
His voice echoes off the stone walls.
Even the hot water works. Oh. This place is really nice, B. Swim team got screwed. The wrestling team budget is insane, man.
Max sprints like lightning across the back room towards the bathroom.
Mikhail, look at these sinks. I know, man. I was here the other day. Besides, I thought you said you wanted to... I thought you said you were going to be bored over there here. No way. Who would think that?
We all roll our eyes as the toilet flushes. None of us sure if Max actually used it or if he's just pushing things. Oh, look at them all rolling their eyes, and Brayden, wipe that pout off your mouth. You're not cute. You're not cute. Actually, Mikhail almost looks like he's mid-ahegao. That's interesting. He's like a sugared-up 10-year-old.
I told you, this is how he gets when he drops his guard. He must be comfortable around you guys. He's kind of like an angry dog that bites strangers, but is soft and cuddly behind closed doors. But he was here at the school before I got here and never made any friends. Counting you guys, that makes 3 of us in 2 years.
I can't help but shake my head. Even his mannerisms are still familiar, like pushing past me at the door. Same, Max. Just a different way of looking at him.
Oh my god. Bet he found the sauna. Guys.
A crash is heard from the back section where Max is at.
You good?
Never mind, I got it.
The F you doing?
Setting up the sauna. What did it sound like?
What crashed?
Nothing. Never mind. Hey, where's the towel at?
Back closet there. You didn't break anything, did you?
Sure. Max disappears in a place I'm all too familiar with. The closet.
I mean, Brayden's trying to shove us back in there, so... You're about to be really familiar with it.
Cody was right. Looks like we have the place to ourselves, though. Yeah, I always thought about coming here, especially after you guys mentioned it that one day. Never really got to enjoy it after practice that much. Mostly because it smelled like a barn in here, so I just changed clothes real quick and left.
Brayden here is kinda shy when it comes to locker rooms.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a thing, isn't it? Brayden's shy because he has a gigantic peepee. Oh god, I can't even with that. Or maybe because it bent a certain way, and that was, I don't know, so embarrassing.
Oh yeah? I used to be the same way actually, B. Actually, I'm kind of surprised though. I figured you wrestling guys would be showing off considering the D prints your uniforms show off. Heh. Yeah, advantage to being uncut. Doesn't quite print as bad. Good point. I just didn't think about that.
Max emerges a third time, crossing the locker room. He drops his pants onto the floor and peels off his underwear right in front of us.
I love how his underwear looks like it still has the complete shape of his body in it. Like, look at that. Look at that underwear. It looks just like his booty's still in there. That's so good. That's so funny.
Max emerges a wait. I already said that, right?
Speaking of shy...
What? The only one that hasn't seen me naked before is Brandon, and I saw him plenty of times this morning. Have you seen him, Mikhail?
Oh dear, it's out.
His D is freaking huge.
He winks over his shoulder as he wraps a towel around his neck. I try not to let my jaw drop as he casually struts into the sauna again.
I don't know how to respond to that. Probably best if you don't. It just encourages him to keep talking.
So is there a dress code for the rest of us? I mean, is Brayden gonna be comfortable being naked with the rest of them? Ooh, that'll be spicy though.
Well, we probably do have the place to ourselves if it matters. Cody said he may drop by later, but that's it. Better go tell Max to cover up then. Meh, Cody isn't shy. He won't care if people are naked, to be honest. I mean,
aren't you usually naked in the sauna? I mean, at most you have a towel, right? So it's not... I mean, what are you gonna cover up in? What do you mean cover up? Tell him to cover up. I mean, he can have a towel, is what? Oh dear. Max pokes his head back around the corner. Yeah, he does. He's completely naked and waving his towel around in frustration. Guys! What the F are you doing? Stop talking, get undressed, and get in here. It's already warming up.
Jesus, Max, put a towel on. These guys have had enough trauma in the past 24 hours.
Max scoffs, eyes rolling. It's a sauna, Mikhail. It's too hot for a towel.
Well, guess we're heading in then. Clothing optional.
Oh, wow. Look at his hairy booty. We strip off our clothes, wrapping towels around our waists in silence. I'm surprised that Brayden openly changes with us, making no attempt to hide much of anything from Mikhail. I have to say, there's a part of me that's sort of proud of him for that. To me, he's beautiful. I don't know why he can't see that. I guess a lot of us are like that, though. We see our own physical imperfections and ruminate about things like that I can't read. We see our own physical imperfections and ruminate about things that those around us probably never even noticed.
You guys ready? Yeah, I'll meet you in there. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick before I get comfortable.
I don't like the walk that they're all doing right now. They look ridiculous. They look like cavemen, I don't know. Brayden excuses himself to the bathroom as Kayla and I step through the steam into the sauna. Alrighty guys, this is where I will end the video for today. But I hope you guys look forward to this spicy sauna scene. Yeah, so next time we'll see Max and Mikhail and Brayden and Zach all naked, presumably. So that should be fun. But yeah, I've really enjoyed playing straight again. It's been fun. I'm sad that it'll be over soon, since it's only one chapter that's been released, so hopefully the next chapter can come out as soon as possible, honestly. So, yeah, bye guys.